my crochet collections channel. Today we are going to learn how to make a little ankle ornament. What you need is a 2.5mm hook. You will need some white yarn, some gold yarn, a pair of scissors, some glue, and a tapestry needle for weaving in all your ends. Once you have all of these materials, let's head over to the table and get started. See you soon! We are going to start our Christmas angel with the head. And in order to start the head, we want to take our yarn, create a slip knot, and chain 3. There we go. Grab your hook, go into that second chain from the hook, actually go into the third chain, which is right here, and we're going to do a slip stitch. And that slip stitch forms a little hole where we are going to start single crocheting 6 together right into that little space. So we just want to chain 1 and single crochet 6 times right into this little hole. And you want to go through the center. Once you've got 6 single crochets, I'll meet you back and begin round 2. And just be aware that because you're using smaller stitches and smaller yarn, it may be a bit difficult to grab a hold of that yarn with your smaller hook. So just be patient and work your way through the stitches. Now see you guys in a little bit. For round 2, we are going to immediately start into that very first stitch that we made right there. And we are going to single crochet 2 in the same stitch all the way around, and at the end of round 2 you should have a total of 12 single crochets. Like I said before, it may be a little bit tricky to get through those stitches because you are working with a smaller hook and a smaller yarn. And to make things easier, we are just going to use a stitch marker at the beginning of our round to mark where we start and where we would end. There we go. So just single crochet into each stitch twice all the way around. Like I said before, it may be a little tricky maneuvering that stitch. There's one. Now see you guys in a little bit. Round 3, we are still increasing, so we are going to single crochet 2 times right into this marked stitch. So go ahead and move up your stitch marker and single crochet 2 times into that stitch. There's 1 and 2. We want to single crochet once into the next stitch. There's 1. And then 2 single crochets into the next stitch. And that will be the pattern for the rest of this round. At the end of round 3, you should have a total of 18 stitches. So go once into the next stitch, and 2 times in the next. Now see you guys in a little bit. So now that we've got 18 stitches all the way around, we are going to do rounds 4 through 7 with a single crochet once in each stitch all the way around, and you should still have a total of 18 stitches at the end of round 7. And just remember to move up your stitch marker for each round. And that will form the body of the head. So I will see you guys at the end of round 7. Round 8 is going to be our decreasing round. But before I do that, I want to grab the little head that I'm making and flip it inside out so that the pretty stitches are on the outside, and it's easier for me to work the decreasing rounds. So for the first decreasing round, we are going to do a single crochet 2 together. So go ahead and remove the stitch marker, and we are going to do a single crochet 2 together, which is yarning into that first stitch, pulling up a loop, yarning into the next stitch, pulling up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's your first decrease. Put that at stitch marker. And then we are going to single crochet once into that next stitch. And then we are going to single crochet 2 together. So 1, 2, we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. And that would be the pattern for the rest of this round. And at the end of round 8, we should have a total of 12 single crochets at the end of our row. Now we'll meet you back at the end of row 8. For round 9 and our last round, we're just going to remove our stitch marker and single crochet 2 together. And 2. Let's put back our stitch marker and single crochet 2 together all the way around. And at the end of your round, you should have 6 single crochets left. Let's go ahead and start single crocheting 2 together, and I will meet you back at the end of round 9. Now for filling our little head Christmas ornament, I am just going to be using this little bobble right here, but you can use stuffing, and I am just putting this in before I begin row 9. Just because when I start round 9, the decreasing will get so small that I won't be able to fit this little Christmas ornament inside. So go ahead and do that, and then work round 9. Now meet you back. But if you don't want to do this, then just fill your little head with some stuffing after row 9. For round 1, we're just going to chain 2 and do 2 double crochets into that ring. So you should have a total of 3 double crochets after working those 2 into that ring. 1 and 2. Like I said before, you just want to be careful in working with a small fabric. So then want to chain 3 crochets into that ring. And as you can see, we are forming a square with these double crochets and these chain 3s. Go ahead and chain 3. And do 3 more double crochets right into that ring. And 3. Let's move that tail out of the way. And to make this a 4 square, we want to do chain 3. Push that down a little bit more. Yarn over and do 3 more double crochets into that ring. And 3. Now to finish off round 1, you want to chain 3. And go into that second chain from when we began. And that finishes off round 1. We're going to close it with a slip stitch. And there we go. That's the beginning of your granny square. Round 2, we are going to begin by slipping into that first stitch, slipping into the hole. We want to chain 3 and do 3 granny squares right into this corner right here. Actually, we only want to do 2 granny squares because I forgot this chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Next, so just put that there, and just want to yarn over, chain 3, and then do 3 double crochets right into this corner again. And that just forms the corner of the granny square. And 2, and 3. We are going to immediately work into this next corner. We're not going to work into these 3. So just yarn over and work 3 double crochets into that corner. And that just makes it have a more gappy or holy or lacy look. And 3. We want to chain 3 again. And do 3 more double crochets into that corner. And you want to repeat this with the next 2 corners. And I'll see you at the end of the second round. in order to create the wings, we're just going to make sure that this granny square is flipped to the back, and then we're just going to grab it like this, fold the corners just like that, to where it's sort of like a triangle. And just press it down, so it's kind of like that. Then we want to grab our yellow yarn, create a slip knot, and then we are just going to single crochet all the way up the sides to seal it. And that just keeps it looking like a triangle. We're just going to do that. Pull it through. Carefully cinch it shut. And just single crochet all the way. And it doesn't really matter how many single crochet are up the sides of the wings, so long as you are getting them even and it is cinching the wings shut. And that would be it for the wings. So go ahead, that will meet you back once you guys have the wings sewn, or rather crocheted, together. And I am just going to go through each stitch up the sides. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I've just finished my second granny square, so what I'm going to do now is pull up my yarn. I'm going to turn my granny square just like this, and then fold it in half. And just like I did for the wings of my angel, I am going to single crochet up one half of this triangle, and that will form the dress. So go ahead and grab your hook, and then single crochet right up the sides of your little triangle. And if you want, you can just go through both of those stitches for more security. And that will just cinch up that triangle and form the dress. So I'll see you guys back after you've got your dress all sewn up. You're just single crocheting up that side. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Woohoo! So now that you've got all of your pieces assembled and ready to go, we are just going to use some glue to attach them all together instead of using some strap yarn to sew them all together, and that cuts back some time. So let's go ahead and grab the glue that we're using, and I'm just using some clear glue, and I will just do a line right up the center like that. And when it dries, you will hardly tell that it's there. You just grab the dress and carefully stick it on the center. And there we go. And just hold it like that for a little bit. There's the body. And for the head, you're just going to stick it right on top. Just like that. And take the head and hold it there. And that will be your little Christmas angel. So I hope you guys have enjoyed learning how to create this Christmas angel with me. And once your angel dries, you can just hang it on your Christmas tree. So I know this was a little long, but I thought this was a pretty fun little project to do, considering that next week is Christmas. And I will be taking a break for that week. So I hope you guys have enjoyed learning how to crochet a Christmas ornament, a little Christmas angel ornament. And I hope to see you guys the week after Christmas. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful Christmas break. See you guys soon.